Hello, I would like to introduce you to my first long-form video in a long time. Today I will be showing you my Dragon Ball figure collection. As you know, I make videos about some of the figures. I've only shown off a few though. Not all of them, but a few. And today I will be showing you them. My whole collection. I won't be going in any specific order, I'll just be grabbing them out of the bin I keep them in. But first up, I got a Perfect Cell Final Form. The Dragon Star Series one. He's pretty neat. He has posable wings. Has his little back penis. He's decently posable, but occasionally his wings fall off, and his face kind of looks weird right now. I don't know why his face looks like that, but it just kind of looks weird. Alright. He's just sitting over there now. And then, I have multiple brands of figures, like I have Dragon Stars, the Bandai Namco ones, and then some SH Figuarts. Here's another Dragon Star. It's Krillin. Once again, he's decently posable, just his legs are kind of stiff, that's about it. His head, not really that mobile, but still, it's okay. That's about it for Krillin. Nothing too special about him. And then I'm gonna mostly go through the Dragon Stars first, even though I said no particular order, but oh well. I got Corrupted Fuse Zamasu with his big purple arm and tiny little green hand. He's one of my favorites. He's pretty cool, except this thing restricts his leg movement. So yeah, that kind of sucks. And plus his big arm comes off. See? And it's just kind of a hole right there on his arm. So I'll just pop that back in. There we go. That's about it for him. Let's see. As you know, you've seen Frieza a lot in my videos. Like one of my most recent shorts. Let's see, Frieza. I've kind of been forgetting to switch his hands back to his fist, so yeah, he looks like he's just gonna bitch slap someone. Once again, he's pretty posable. His foot occasionally comes off. His tail's really posable. And once again, his head's okay at mobility and stuff, but that's okay. That's about it for Lord Frieza. Next one up is not Transform Broly. This guy, he kind of looks like a Mexican to me, which doesn't really match the skin tone of the actual Broly. He has the shock collar that Paragus gave him, and for some reason his eyes aren't also black, but they're yellow, which doesn't make too much sense to me, but okay. And for some reason he has shoulder pads that do that. They don't just have, they could just be pushed back if they want. And his pelt's very green. He's pretty cool, and his hair is pretty neat, I'd say. And continuing off Broly, here's Full Power Broly, the smaller one. Yeah, his little pelt's a lot more rubbery and posable. His head pops off rather easily. Like, you don't even have to apply much force to rip it off. He's very posable. So that's pretty neat. Once again, continuing off Broly, we got bigger Full Power Broly. I use him a lot more rather than small Broly. Yeah. This one doesn't look like a Mexican. He has his little slapping hands on. His hair is a very vibrant green color, I do say. Very, very green. Alright, the next one is Beast Gohan. He's pretty cool. I like playing with this thingy, this rogue hair on him. His hair is very rubbery and it's good for stabbing. His right fist kept falling off, so I just gave him the special beam cannon hand. So he just, yeah. But this hand has the fist. He's not as posable with his legs, but he's still a pretty cool figure. And his head is, in fact, removable. So I'll just, so the side he goes. Another one from the superhero genre, Gamma 2. His cape's pretty rubbery. Head's very posable. I like it. I like his little shark fin thingies on his head. He has a blaster, but it's in a little bag where I keep accessories and like extra parts and stuff. Once again, his legs aren't really that posable because of his cape. And while I was on the topic of his blaster, it doesn't stick in there very well unless you like place his hand on top of it to prevent it from falling out. But other than that, he's a pretty cool figure. He's about this tall. Here is Android 18. I don't have her brother yet, but I'm planning on getting 17 at some point. But yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. She has a removable deck, it's just very hard to remove. She's decently posable, but because of her jean skirt, it's kind of hard to pose it and stuff. She has the red ribbon logo, and then her hair, and she has her big forehead, and she's pretty posable. I got Daima Vegeta, little baby Vegeta. I know he comes with a yellow Kamehameha or a Final Flash, a Big Bang attack. I don't know what he uses, but he comes with one. He's very small, and his hair makes him bouncy. Yeah, he just bounced. I'm gonna do it one more time. He more or less rolled like that, but yeah, his hair is very rubbery. And he has a big head. While we're on the topic of Daima, we got Daima Goku, or Mini Goku, with the power pole. His actual power pole is right here that he can hold. It's about, like, this big. But yep, once again, his hair is very rubbery. And it looks like he's kind of wearing a skirt down here. This guy also bounces. As you can see, he's very, but as you can see, he's very bouncy. And apparently he likes to attack your nuts. And I believe that is it for the Dragon Stars figures. Oh, no, there's one. And here we got Black, or Goku Black. Yeah, he's one of my least favorites because, like, once again, he isn't that posable, and his arm, it doesn't like to sit still. As you can see, it kind of springs back and forth. So, yeah, I don't really like him, but I need a Black in my collection. That's about it for him. Now moving on to the very few SH figure arts. I got Cell Saga Gohan. Pretty neat. And somewhere over to that side of the room, I have a SH figure arts Goku, but he's on my shelf, so you will not be seeing him. No. But his hair is permanently blonde, which I like. He has swappable faces. I had to super glue his head on because the stem thingy broke, but his head's still posable. So yeah, that's nice. He's one of my favorites. He's pretty cool looking. Squeeze him, even though that doesn't really matter. And I believe this one is the last SH Figuarts, is Kid Bulma. I want to get Namek Saga Bulma, so it actually makes sense because I have a Vegeta, and that'd be kind of weird if they're married like this. So yeah, and for some reason they felt the need to put this in the figure. I don't get why, but they did. They had really no reason to. Even she agrees. For some reason her braid is posable. See? Posable braid. She has swappable faces with her ugly ass bangs. She has a pistol. Put that back on. I see through a bunch of little dots with this mask. So yeah, but I can still see decently clearly. There we go, it's back on there. And her knees are very posable. She's very posable in general. Like this. So yeah, I'm gonna throw her to the side now. And then now onto the Bandai Namco figures. I think I've heard everything right. I don't know. Don't judge if I'm not pronouncing it right. Here's my first of this figure, my very first figure that started the collection. Super Saiyan God Goku. I got him from Walmart for like 15-20 bucks. He's pretty cool. I didn't need to glue any parts on him, luckily. Very cool. Very... I don't have long nails, so I'm just gonna scratch him. Scratch. Very posable knees, but very squeaky knees. I don't know if you can hear that. But yes, very squeaky knees. And my second figure that I got along with Super Saiyan God Goku is Super Saiyan Namek Saga Goku. And I only had to glue his fist on because it kept falling off. That's about it. I really like his hair because it's pretty cool, and Super Saiyan is one of my favorite forms. He has a very muscular back. You've seen him in some videos, like the most recent one that I've posted, like the YouTube short style. Very posable. I like his knees. I like how his pants are ripped. That's a pretty neat detail. But yeah, Namek Saga Goku, pretty neat. Even he agrees. That's the side he goes with the others. Then my third one, the man himself, Prince Vegeta. I had to super glue his arm on because it kept popping off, and I did that like a month after I got him, like maybe 2 months after I got him at most. But I'll be it very recently. He's pretty posable. His head's rather loose, but I need to keep it loose so I can occasionally swap heads for videos and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, he's pretty neat. He's one of my favorites since it's Vegeta. I like Vegeta. He's Vegeta. He isn't very tappable. That's about it for him. Then here is Golden Frieza. He was my first Frieza. I got White Frieza a little bit after him. Like, way a little bit after him. And, yeah, I don't really like him that much. Like, he's cool, but he's kind of small. This is how big he is in general. His tail isn't that posable like White Frieza's. You could pull his tail off if you feel like it. Pull off the lizard's tail, and I'll pop it back on. So I'll come on, get in there. Yeah, his tail. There we go. Yeah, that's about it for Golden Frieza. He's kind of lame. Alright, we got Jiren, one of my most boring figure since it's literally just a buff white man in black pants. That's about it for him. He fights Ultra Instinct Goku. That's pretty neat. He's like more bulkier. Like he isn't made of the thin plastic. Like he's made like really made, and he has the same arms as Broly. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Even he agrees. He's very heavy too. And we got the Grill Master himself, Mr. Piccolo. I got this cape from the Cell Saga Gohan figure, and since I can't remove his head anymore, I gave it to Piccolo, because Piccolo is the originator of having this thingy. And you have it tall, or how he usually has it. And I'll show you what he looks like without it, with it, which is the original figure. This is the original figure, just Piccolo. He's pretty neat. All I had to do was glue on his arm and his ass, because his ass fell off multiple times. I don't think he wants his ass to fall off. I wouldn't want my ass to fall off either. So yeah, I super glued his ass on. Nope. And yeah, he has his fancy shoulder pad back on. So to the side he goes. Here is Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. For some reason all the figures look different and it makes me mad. And I had 2 Vegito figures. Well, I have one, and then I lost his belt thingy. And then I got another Vegito. So I took the old Vegito shoes and put it on this guy, because this guy originally just had plain white boots, even though Vegeta doesn't have plain white boots. Now, Vegeta has the yellow stuff on his boots. So, yeah, it's all accurate. His waist is rather loose, making him just kind of flop around and stuff. And he's missing one of his shoulder fill-ins. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm not going to bother to get a new one since it's such a minor thingy. A lot of my figures are missing their shoulder pads. Come on. Hold on. His arm's not wanting to read. There we go. Alright. Back to the pile he goes. Oh, I probably should have started with him, but base form Goku. He's had quite a few repairs. I've had to glue his ass on, and his belt thingy, his tie on. That's all I've had to glue on. He's very poseable. I really like him. He's pretty neat. You see him in a lot of videos. Yep, that's about it. It's base Goku, and it's obviously after like the same saga, and maybe it's like Super Goku. Like, yeah, it's probably Super Goku. Goku here is a Super Saiyan Blue Goku. He has both his shoulder pads. I only had to glue his head on. That's about it. And he's very smooth posing, like yeah, very smooth posing. I don't think you've seen him in any videos. But yeah, pretty neat dude. Throw him in the pile. That's about it for on his legs messed up. There we go. Alright, his legs better. Alright, here is Lord Beerus. He's a very thin kitty cat. This is about how wide he is in general. So, yeah, like he's very thin. He's like an African kid. I don't really like him that much because his arms are really skinny. Like, look at this. I'm about as skinny as my pinky finger. Or my middle finger. About as skinny as my middle finger. And one of my least favorites, Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I've had to glue his head on like twice because his hair was too heavy and it eventually snapped his little joint connector. So yeah, now he just has a really tall neck. I don't really like him that much. He's kind of heavy. You could use him as a weapon if you want. He'll scratch the fuck out of your face. This mask is also very tacky, I wanted to point out. Very scratchy and very protective of my face. So yeah, that's pretty neat. And then we got Princess Trunks himself. He has I'm pretty sure it's the Black Saga Trunks. Yeah, it is. It's like the Black Saga. He comes with a sword. A sword that'll stab you. This is about how big it is. And it actually goes into his sheath. His little sword sheath. So he can do his little trick thing like this. Look. Just, well, pretty cool. He's pretty posable. I haven't had to do anything on him. I don't think, at least, unless I don't remember. But yeah, that's oh fuck. Stuff like Princess Trunks and Super Saiyan 3 Goku though. Alright, we've got Ultra Instinct Goku. I'm pretty sure this is like Mastered Ultra Instinct, I'm pretty sure. Pretty neat. I've only had to glue on his arm, I believe. I don't know. But he's pretty cool. He fights Jiren. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Fuck. Yeah. Those are fighting sound effects. Extra piece. And then we got Vegito. Pretty cool, I'm pretty sure it's Black Saga Vegeta. Vegito. Fuck. But this is my newer Vegito. So, I like him. He's my favorite fusion. Because he's funny and humorous. And then finally, the last figure we got is Broly movie Gogeta, the guy that fights Broly. You know, like Vegeta. Yeah, that guy. And yeah, he acts like he's gonna scratch the shit out of you, or either that, or he's gonna soul punish you, I guess. I am neither Goku or Vegeta. I am Gogeta. It's over, Janemba. I've come for you. That's about it for today's video. I will have more long forms out soon, so if you want to see more, subscribe, and have a good day or night, whatever time it is for you. Bye-bye.